this man, Mr. Kejriwal, in my opinion, the drama that's going on since he's out of prison, and I stand for his liberty even today, is astounding. One, that Atishi, the chief minister, she's sitting on some small chair saying, oh, I will sacrifice it, I will not keep the chair. What are you doing as a constitutional post? You're not in a kingdom. This is not some monarchy. This is a democracy. Absolutely. Who's Mohan Bhagwat ji? Why do I need his certificate or any of those RSS Pramukh certificates? I don't. With lot of respect to them, and I do understand they're an organization, they are the parent body of the BJP. I don't want their certificate.
मोहन भागवत जी से मैं कहना चाहता हूं, आप ही लोगों ने मिलकर कानून बनाया था कि 75 साल के होने पे कोई भी व्यक्ति रिटायर होगा। इस कानून के तहत आडवाणी जी को रिटायर कर दिया, मुरली मनोहर जी जैसे बड़े बड़े नेताओं को रिटायर कर दिया, बीसी खंडूरी जी को रिटायर कर दिया, कलराज मिश्र को रिटायर कर दिया, शांता कुमार को और पता नहीं कितने लोगों को रिटायर कर दिया। अब अमित शाह जी कह रहे हैं कि ये नियम मोदी जी पे लागू नहीं होगा। तो मैं मोहन भागवत जी से पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या आप इससे सहमत हो कि जो नियम आडवाणी जी पे लागू हुआ वो मोदी जी पे लागू नहीं होना चाहिए?
You're watching Viewpoint. I'm Afrida Rahman Ali. Arvind Kejriwal has addressed 5 questions to RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat. First, why ED CBI is used for breaking political parties? Why are these agencies being weaponized? Second, why corrupt netas have been taken in by the BJP? Why JP Nadda during Lok Sabha elections said that BJP doesn't need RSS anymore? Fourth, why the parent body, that is the RSS, is allowing its child, so to speak, the BJP, to go astray. And fifth, perhaps this is a clincher, where he says, should Modi not retire at age 75, since Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi and LK Advani were made to do so? Why aren't the same standards, the same yardsticks not applied to Mr. Modi? So what I find interesting about this is Mr. Kejriwal is being shrewd when he addresses them to Mohan Bhagwat, to the RSS chief. And this is his first major address after he is released from jail and after he stepped down as the chief minister. 3 things that it underlines is, first, he is underlining the fact that RSS is the boss. The BJP is answerable or subservient to. Second, that there are double standards in the BJP which are too glaring for RSS not to intervene. And third, of course, Mr. Kejriwal, being the shrewd, astute politician that he is playing into the recent discord between the BJP and the RSS. Remember, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat had questioned Narendra Modi earlier, saying he should not claim to be celestial or heavenly. And he was drawing, of course, from that comment where Prime Minister called himself non-biological. So now you have Mr. Kejriwal trying to cash in on that moment, on that momentum, and raise these 5 questions to the RSS chief, almost like saying that, well, you have been sensible enough to question Mr. Modi. Here are a few more that you could take up. In fact, leader of the opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has also launched a scathing attack on PM Modi today during a rally in Poonch, in Jammu and Kashmir, where he says that the PM has lost his earlier resolve and he is now merely reacting to opposition's demands. I'm going to talk about all of this. Joining me here on the program is Tehseen Poonawala, analyst, political analyst, familiar face on television debates, sometimes a few hostile ones as well, which we saw recently. Welcome, Tehseen. How are you?
Thank you, Afrida. Thank you so much for having me here. And I can promise the subscribers and viewers of FPJ, there's going to be no hostility here. Only plain peace.
Right. Okay. I want to just begin by asking you that do you agree what I said? That here is Mr. Kejriwal being a shrewd politician, making an address, or rather addressing his 5 questions to Mohan Bhagwat. What do you make of this? Drawing in the RSS chief into the discourse. This is perhaps the first time that Mr. Kejriwal, or any leader for that matter, has done so, and targeting Modi via Bhagwat.
So, if you ask me, is he a shrewd politician? Is he an astute politician, Mr. Kejriwal? Yes, of course he is. No doubt about it. It is the only startup political party in the country, the Aam Aadmi Party. What started off as a movement in 2011, 2012 has morphed into today a full-fledged political party. Is he an honest politician or a politician that can be relied upon? No, I'm not so sure of. And dragging in the RSS or taking certificates from them, that breaks my heart completely. Now, don't get me wrong, I was completely for Mr. Kejriwal's liberty. In fact, every channel I stood up, though I'm a Congress voter supporter, I don't really like the Aam Aadmi Party politically, but I do think a lot of wrong happened with him. I do think he should not have been in jail. Having said that, and now that he's out, the bizarre manner in which he and Atishi have gone about, this bizarre drama that's going on, and certificates from the RSS. What is the RSS? Why do you need their certificate? My whole opposition to the BJP stems from the fact that the parent organization is the RSS. Why do you need an RSS certificate? Does that prove that the entire IAC movement, the entire anti-corruption movement against the then UPA government was sponsored by the RSS, which is now very evident?
Interesting what you say, but the fact of the matter is that he is playing into the discord between the RSS and the BJP. But you are saying that why even drag in the RSS? Why even drag in? Why? Because he's also saying, why did Mr. Nadda say during the Lok Sabha elections, before the elections, that the BJP does not need RSS anymore? So are you saying that Kejriwal is endorsing this BJP RSS hyphenation, and that is what you're objecting to?
Yes, and we know that the RSS is the parent organization and BJP is the political wing. Earlier it was the Hindu Mahasabha, then the Bharatiya Jansangh, and then came the BJP, the Bharatiya Janata Party. What Mr. Nadda, what the BJP, and what the RSS and Mr. Mohan Bhagwat and Mr. Modi do is their problem. Can the BJP say they don't follow the RSS ideology? Is the RSS ideology changed from the time of Golwalkar? Are they still not dreaming of a Hindu Rashtra? Are they still not believe that this constitution was imported, that the tricolor is Ashok? Why do I need patriotic or any certificates from the RSS? Have they discarded Golwalkar and his writings from bunch of thoughts to his other writings? If they think Golwalkar is their Guruji, if they believe that this is a land meant for only one race and leaving out other races, why am I taking their certificate? Who are they? They promised Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel not to get into politics. That's how their ban was lifted. Today, why should Mr. Kejriwal endorse this organization? And I repeat, is it because the RSS funded or supported? Funded, I don't mean financially, I mean politically. The movement against the then UPA government to overthrow it, thus bringing in tyranny into our country and authoritarianism. And the
But
RSS is an authoritarian
yes.
organization.
I understand that point that you made about the sponsoring of the corruption movement by RSS, etc. But I want to ask you: aren't these the same things that the Congress has been saying all along? The double standards, the weaponizing of agencies. Why shouldn't Mr. Modi not retire at 75? What do you have to say to that? Because and logically speaking, there seems to be a double standards there. When you've had that rule for others, why would it not apply to Mr. Modi? What do you think of that issue on Mr. Modi's retirement at 75 that has been raised?
Mr. Modi is not retiring. Let's be clear. And it's not my business who the BJP chooses as its prime minister or who the BJP chooses should retire. So Mr. Modi retires, Amit Shah ji becomes prime minister, Aditya Nath ji becomes prime minister, or Himanta Biswa Sharma ji becomes prime minister, Nitin Gadkari ji becomes prime minister, Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji becomes prime minister. I am not becoming prime minister. Congress is not becoming prime minister. मुझे क्या करना है? उनके घर में बिरयानी नहीं बनी, मैं उस पर खुश हो रहा हूँ. भाई मेरे घर में दाल चावल तो नहीं बन रहा है, मैं अपने दाल चावल की देखो ना, उनके बिरयानी के बारे में मैं क्यों सोच रहा हूँ? वो किसको बनाए प्रधानमंत्री? I don't want them to have governance. Who is their prime minister? How does it matter? How does it matter to me? What is that? How is that my issue? Number two, let me just speak as a political analyst. What Mr. Kejriwal should have just done a basic Google search in 2014 when Advani ji and Murli Manohar ji were sent to the Margdarshak Mandal. So was Mr. Modi. Mr. Modi is also in the Margdarshak Mandal since 2014. Does that mean retirement? No, they got in the ex-Karnataka Chief Minister Yedurappa ji at 18 to the BJP Parliamentary Board, which is the highest decision-making board, like the Congress CWC. They don't have a rule. They generally have a system. It's not a rule that's enforced in the constitution. It's generally a system that they follow. So they decided not to follow it with Yedurappa ji. They decided not to follow it with Modi ji. And I again come to the question, how is it my problem? If it's not Modi ji, it's Amit Shah ji or Yogi Adityanath ji, how is that my problem? Can my leader be prime minister? That is my problem. I don't care who Modi ji is Prime Minister or Yogi ji
But
is
you
Prime Minister.
know why the Congress's statement also becomes relevant here, and like I mentioned, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said that Mr. Modi is no longer as strong as before. Now he is on the defensive, and he only reacts to opposition. And okay, I mean, setting aside what you said about the context of Aam Aadmi Party, even if you only take what Mr. Kejriwal said, that here is a prime minister, he should retire. Why is the opposition hell bent on having Modi removed from the battlefield at all? I mean, isn't that a defeatist mindset? What
That
is
is.
Yeah, I mean, both Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi wants Mr. Modi out of the way. What does it show? You can't defeat him, so have him out of the way. Only then can you make any progress.
I don't think that's Rahul Gandhi ji's mindset. I haven't met him recently since he's back from the US. But I personally believe don't target Mr. Modi personally. Target the government on issues, target the government on policies, and they're failing completely on policies. That Mr. Gandhi is right on. They're completely failing. They're doing U-turns, the Waqf board, the lateral entry, so many things. They've not been able to implement it. They're going back. They don't have the numbers in Parliament. They've been in the last session of Parliament. They were completely the budget session. They had no answers. The first time we've seen in the history of India, the government is running away from debates. The Prime Minister hasn't really done any press conferences. He's not even now speaking much in Parliament except for his own Man Ki Baat. So attack them on issues. Don't attack them on personal. Because when you attack them on personal issues, especially the Prime Minister, it does affect a lot of people. A lot of people are fence sitters. See, Afrida, a lot of people are fence sitters. They may have voted BJP for X reason, Y reason. Today they're disappointed. For example, a lot of middle class that voted the BJP is terribly upset with what Nirmala Sitharaman's done with the budget. And on top of that, she's so arrogant. And on top of that, it seems like the Babus are running the finance ministry. There's zero political willpower. And we saw a video that went viral when a small restaurant owner in Tamil Nadu was explaining to her the different GST rates and how complicated it is. He was made to apologize. What I'm trying to say is there are a lot of weak links. Attack those. Get them down on policy. GST. Let me just tell you, GST car. 18% on a car, 28% on tires, and 28% on a seat. Hey, Afrida, give me a car without tires and seat. That's how harebrained this government is. Get them, they're on the mat. Pin them, finish it off. Don't give them oxygen by getting Mr. Modi personally into the equation.
You're saying it's a bad political move to target Mr. Modi, whether it is Kejriwal or Rahul Gandhi. It's a bad move to
Because
directly
Modi
attack his
loves
persona.
being the victim. Modi loves being the underdog. When is the only time Modi ji's been on the back foot? Ab ki baar 400 baar, he went on the back foot. Main akela sab pe bhari, he went on the back foot. Whatever you do, I will bring the land ordinance, he went on the back foot. Didi oh Didi, he went on the back foot. Every time Mr. Modi is the underdog, he wins. Every time he is the overconfident guy, the strong guy, the country doesn't like him. So why are you making him strong and why are you making him the underdog and giving him the strength? Let him be. Let Mr. Modi say what he wants. Let Amit Shah sir say what he wants. Let Yogi ji say what he wants. You attack them on policy, and the policy are terrible. They have no idea. They're clueless on policy. Let's get them there. That's my idea.
But don't you think it would have helped both Congress and the AAP if they had combined forces with a common enemy? And now with this, now with Kejriwal coming out in the open and making such a scathing attack, it also defeats what Congress has been saying, that, well, AAP is only there to help the BJP. That is why they're only fighting in states to annihilate the Congress party. They're trying to take up the Congress space. But here is Mr. Kejriwal directly now targeting Mr. Modi. So, it takes the sting out of the Congress attack on AAP as well.
No. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are together in the India Alliance. As far as Parliament,
they're not fighting Haryana together. They failed to forge an alliance in
they
states.
shouldn't have fought.
I mean,
Why should they forge an alliance in Haryana? What is the value that Aam Aadmi Party gets? Except for helping BJP win. I'm sorry, this business, Aam Aadmi Party has to stop. You can't say that you're in a partnership with me and then go about harming me. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. That doesn't work. So if they want to play it that way, let's play it. We are anyways not going to fight with them in Delhi or in Punjab. So Haryana mein aa jaye. They won't get more than nota in Haryana. It's a sweep for the Congress. But they also have to stop this business. Why do they want to occupy the Congress stage? See, I've always told the Congress. I've told this to all the top Congress leadership in person. I've said this publicly. The biggest enemy of the Congress are the regional parties and the third front. They want to take the Congress space. But I do think Mr. Kejriwal's made a massive mistake here. Even if you were to see it politically, Mr. Kejriwal, his statement should immediately get Muslims awakened that if this man wants certificates from the RSS, Muslims should keep an arm's length from him. I'm very clear on it. This man, Mr. Kejriwal, in my opinion, the drama that's going on since he's out of prison, and I stand for his liberty even today, is astounding. One, that Atishi is the chief minister, she's sitting on some small chair saying, oh, I will sacrifice it, I will not keep the chair. What are you doing as a constitutional post? You're not in a kingdom. This is not some monarchy. This is a democracy. You're either chief minister, you're not chief minister. You can't be half a chief minister. Like you're pregnant or not pregnant, you can't be half pregnant. What the hell are you doing? Then don't be chief minister. Resign, dissolve the assembly, call for elections. That you don't want to do. You want to do all this drama. Your aim is not making people of Delhi their lives better. Your aim is to make Kejriwal chief minister. How is this any different from what Modi ji says? That I, me, myself, Kejriwal ji, Kejriwal ji, Kejriwal ji. How is this different from what Modi ji was saying earlier on? Modi guarantee, ab ki baar Modi sarkar. Now it's become NDA. How is this any different from that personality trait about one man show? It's not.
Yeah, but what you're saying here is something very interesting. I find what you're saying essentially is this is AAP cozying up to the RSS. This is AAP legitimizing the RSS and their intervention in Indian politics and literally seeking intervention. Is that what you're raising here?
Absolutely. Who's Mohan Bhagwat ji? Why do I need his certificate or any of those RSS Pramukh certificates? I don't. With lot of respect to them, and I do understand they're an organization, they are the parent body of the BJP. I don't want their certificate. They can say, think, do what they want. In a democracy, they do have the... But I don't want the certificate.
That is perhaps the game plan, to perhaps again create further discord, knowing very well that BJP can disintegrate without the unifying force of the RSS. Perhaps Mr. Kejriwal is being smart enough here, and it's not what you are saying that trying to cozy up, etc.
And therefore, and I'll give a very bad example. To fight one, what we consider not a good government or not a very democratic government, the BJP, you take another authoritarian body to fight it. So you're not fighting authoritarianism with democracy, you're fighting authoritarianism with another authoritarian body. Why? So you remove one authoritarian government and then you get in another authoritarian government with a personality cult guided by the RSS.
So you're saying none of this is going to help Mr. Kejriwal. The fact that he's now taking moral high ground, he has resigned as the chief minister, he comes out and says, don't vote for me if you think I'm guilty. Don't you think that takes courage for you to say that?
He said he won't form a government with Congress.
25 people will vote me back because I'm not guilty and I'm seeking people's mandate. That is what Mr. Kejriwal is saying.
I agree to that. He is. By that logic, the UP that he targeted for 60 years got the people's mandate. So why was he targeting them? The same Gandhis, the same Congress that he targeted for 50 to 55 years got the people's mandate. Why did he target them? In that case, the people's mandate didn't matter. In this case, it matters. If he's so clear about the people's mandate, don't contest Haryana. Let Congress win Haryana. Let's fight in Delhi. That he doesn't want to do.
No, he's saying about being implicated in the excise policy. He says, log batayenge. Vote se batayenge. I agree that it didn't work in Lok Sabha because they had said that
it wasn't a referendum.
Vote se. But in state, it's a very different dynamic there. See, let's face it, it has been a pattern, isn't it? I mean, 0 in Lok Sabha and then a sweeping, landslide in. So what makes you think it will be different in 2025?
I think people are fed up with the drama. I think people of Delhi are very intelligent. They see through this. They see through the bad governance. They miss Mrs. Gandhi. Mrs. Sheila Dikshit, sorry. They see through what BJP and the union government is doing. They see how a democratically elected Aam Aadmi Party's powers were taken away by the LG, an unelected LG, and when the Supreme Court restored power by way of an ordinance, they changed the Supreme Court judgment. People see it. It's not that people don't see it, but they're also tired of the personality cult of the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Kejriwal and the drama that's going on. If Mr. Kejriwal wanted the people's mandate, and I do agree he should go for one, then why not dissolve the assembly? The election commission will be duty bound to call an election. Duty bound. Call this mandate assembly. Why do this drama of having Atishi sit on a small chair, seeing the CM's chair is empty? That's all drama. Dissolve the assembly, put your money where your mouth is, let elections happen. In Dehati language, do हाथ हो जाए, देखते कौन जीतता है. Why this drama?
Right. Are you saying Congress is going to make a comeback in Haryana and in Delhi? You
Haryana
said
Congress.
Haryana Congress is sweeping. I
Oh,
mean,
it's
where is
sweeping.
how are
50.
you saying that? What is your calculation?
I'll come with you on 8th
There are
October.
5 parties. By the way, it's a 5-cornered contest, literally.
Your boy
There's
will be with you
INC
on 8th
separate, there is
October.
AAP separate, Congress separate, BJP, and I'm just saying. I mean, where is your confidence that Congress is going to
8th
sweep this?
October, I'll join you
Okay, okay,
over a
noted.
coffee on FPJ, and we will check. We will put.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
put
we
money
must.
where my mouth is.
No, I'm curious to know what is the
50 plus
calculation
seats.
based
It's
on
a
which you are
sweep.
saying this.
It's a sweep across caste, religion, whatever. How much ever the BJP tries to polarize, and they tried to polarize before the Haryana elections, nothing will happen. It's 50 plus for the Congress. The Aam
Very
Aadmi Party
briefly,
is less
Tehseen,
than
since
2
we
now.
are talking Haryana, let's face it, a two-time Haryana MLA, a woman MLA, is saying that the ticket distribution is badly skewed against women. And she even makes references to the saying कि चमरी और दमरी से ticket distribute होता है,
Yeah.
skin color से और पैसे से. So anything that you want to say to Shraddha Rathod of the Congress, who has now come out and made this allegation?
I heard that. I'm not aware of what the statement comes. I did hear it. I don't know in what context she said it. But I do think that
Context of
across.
ticket distribution, she has said it.
No. I do know that. I
She
do
didn't
know
get
that.
a
But I
ticket,
don't know.
obviously.
I know, but I don't know in her constituency because the Congress has a very robust method of selecting its candidates, which is a hands-off approach of the central leadership of the state. So they have a very robust method of three-way vetting of seeing who's the most popular candidate or the most likely to win. So they have these seats that are divided into A, B, C seats. The A seats that are really doing well, the B seats is a tough fight, and the C seats are the one where they need to pull up their socks. So then that is further divided into candidates A, B, C who will win, and then that's further subdivision. So they've got a very robust method that's data driven with a lot of data. So how did she fare on that? I don't know. So was it genuinely that she's right in her point? Why should I dismiss anyone, even if she's a congresswoman who's agreed? That's not my
But this has
place.
given a lot of
Is
ammunition
there
to
a
the
system
BJP.
driven? Is there a
It
system
has given
driven
a
way?
lot of ammunition to Mr. Amit Malviya, who has obviously splashed it all
Well,
over social media, saying इससे पहले केरला कांग्रेस की जो महिला थी जिनको एक्सपेल किया गया, and now this lady. So it's
so
2
in
plus 2
Haryana,
4, sort of an argument about how Congress is distributing tickets,
so
discriminating against women.
so two things quickly. In Haryana, Mr. Saini had to change his seat, the sitting chief minister. Khattar sir is nowhere on in the prime minister's rallies. Please tell the BJP to mind their own business. They don't know who's their chief. They've declared Saini ji as the chief minister. Anil Vijay saying, I am still chief minister candidate. Ravinderjeet Singh is saying,
पर
I am.
आपकी गंगा भी तो सेल्जा और मिस्टर हुडा के बीच में अनबन है. There is no cohesion between the top leadership in
Actually, one
Haryana
more
Congress.
thing, but जीत तो हम रहे ना. No one's leaving their seat and running away. वो तो seat छोड़कर भाग रहे ना, sitting chief minister. That's the difference. That is the difference. Nobody is not allowed to come on stage with Rahul ji, whether it's Elija ji, Hudda ji, Surjewala ji. Here, to where is Khattar ji with Modi ji? So all of this is, they are losing. All of this is fine and simple. Where is the 33% reservation with great fanfare Modi ji at pass? Nothing won. Kuch nahi won. Do 33% reservation women, everyone will be duty bound to give tickets. So my point is, see, again, I don't know the parameters on which Shraddha ji did or did not, was rejected or did not get a ticket. But there are certain parameters. If she met them and she's denied, she has a legitimate complaint. If she did not perform on those parameters, which are independent, and even so, let me tell you, because I've seen the system, say I'm an aspirant. It's not that my name comes. There's a value assigned. So nobody knows that the points that I've got from the independent system is whether it's for Tehseen or Afrida or somebody else. Even the name is not there. It is strictly driven by, it's a very strict process.
And that is applied everywhere, all states.
They did it in Telangana, they did it in Karnataka, they're doing it in Haryana. So both these states Congress won very well. And now they're doing it in Haryana. They did it in some Lok Sabha seats also. So it's not that it's a vague process which is top down. It's actually a bottom up process. So it's quite a good process with a lot of layers. So I don't know how she performed. So I will have to look at that. Then I can
And
make a
just to
list.
give you the context, what BJP is now making it about Congress running a casting couch. And so that is where the matter has become serious. That there's a casting couch system is what the BJP is interpreting this from the statements coming from the two women. Of course,
The
none of them have directly given any
Bhogat
instance of any
the
such.
Bhogat sisters, who the Honorable Prime Minister called part of his family,
Hmm.
their molester, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who in the words of the Delhi police was molesting them at every given opportunity. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is still roaming free. His son is a member of parliament. I am ready to accept criticism from everybody but the BJP. Please, the BJP will not talk. It's almost like the devil's quoting the scriptures.
So, in conclusion, what will you tell Mr. Kejriwal today? To these 5 questions that he has raised to Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, what would be, if you are speaking to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, what would you tell him?
1, stop taking certificates from the RSS. None of us need it. Number 2, put your money where your mouth is. Dissolve the assembly. Let's go for elections in Delhi.
All right. Tehseen, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
here
you.
on Viewpoint.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you giving us
And
time.
8 October.
Sure, I am locking it right away. Thanks for
Done.
joining us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a nice day.